On a warm June evening in Paris, with the setting sun casting long shadows across Stade Charlotte, Faith Kipyegon stepped to the starting line not just as the greatest middle-distance runner of her generation, but as a woman ready to challenge one of the last unbroken barriers in sport, the sub-4-minute mile. Already a double Olympic champion and world record holder in the 1,500 meters and mile, Kipyegon had nothing left to prove. Yet in partnership with Nike's Breaking 4 initiative, modeled after Eliud Kipchoge's historic sub-2-hour marathon project, she chose to chase the impossible. The goal? To become the first woman in history to run a mile in under 4 minutes. To run a mile in 3 minutes and 59.99 seconds, Kipyegon needed to average just under 60 seconds per lap on the track. The magnitude of the challenge was immense because her official mile world record set in Monaco in 2023 stood at 4 minutes and 7.64 seconds. No woman had ever come closer than that mark. Nike left nothing to chance. At their Beaverton headquarters, engineers, physiologists, and designers collaborated to fine-tune every variable, from custom aerodynamic spikes to a 3D printed, bounce-reducing sports bra. Even her race kit was inspired by wind tunnel data, designed to reduce drag by microseconds. A team of male and female pacemakers, acting as a human windbreak, would guide her through the laps in precision formation. A high-speed camera system and real-time pacing lights ensured every split was monitored down to the hundredth of a second. As the starting gun fired, Kipyegon surged forward with calm intensity. The pace was relentless, lap 1 in 61 seconds.
55! And right on the 400, that was the 400 split at 60.2.
Lap 2 in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
That apparel that would make the difference. Here they come, halfway home.
The female pacers have stepped off, Paul, right before the 800-meter mark.
She was barely on target. Every movement was poetry in motion.
On Faith and that green light, which is right where she wants to be, maybe a step.
Every stride of study and discipline.
Amazing closer, sub-60 in her world record performance, and she ran 1,000 meters.
The crowd, relatively small but electric, held its breath. By the third lap, the fatigue began to creep in. The strain of history's weight pressed down. Kipyegon dug deep, holding her form.
Down the main straightaway for the penultimate time. Look at how far
on the bell lap, she was still on course, but the margin was razor thin. The final 200 meters became a duel between human limits and human belief.
Final time. Faith against the clock. The Pacers step away. They begin to support as Faith Kipyegon heads towards history here in Paris.
Kipyegon crossed the line in 4 minutes and 6.42 seconds, a new personal best and the fastest time ever recorded by a woman under any conditions. Though she missed the mythical barrier by just over 6 seconds, the magnitude of her achievement was unmistakable. "I'm proud," she said after collapsing into the arms of her coaches. "We dared to dream. And now, I believe the 4-minute mile is no longer a fantasy, it's a future." While the time won't count as a world record due to pacemaker and technical assistance rules, it shattered psychological barriers and redefined what's within reach for women in distance running. Kipyegon's attempt is more than a time on a stopwatch. It is a cultural moment, akin to Roger Bannister's first sub-4-minute mile in 1954 or Kipchoge's sub-2 marathon in 2019. It's a moment where sport collides with science. Belief meets biology, and ambition invites a new generation to dream bigger. Nike's campaign was not just about gear or spectacle. It was about elevating the visibility of female greatness. In Faith, they found the perfect symbol. Humble. Ferocious. Relentless. Her effort has already inspired debate. Should more women pursue mile-specific training? can race setups be more inclusive of high-performance attempts for female athletes? And how close are we, truly, to seeing a woman break 4? Faith Kipyegon may not have broken 4 minutes, but she broke something else. The mental ceiling.
I feel good, I've tried. That is why I was coming here to, try to be the first woman to run under 4 minutes, but I've proven that it's possible. It's only the matter time, but I think it will come to our way. If it is not me, it will be somebody else.
She reminded the world that excellence isn't just in breaking records, but in daring to chase them when the world isn't sure it's possible. History took notice. And somewhere, perhaps not far off, a young girl laces up her shoes, eyes fixed on a ticking clock, and dreams of running even faster.
Celebration lap, her lap of honor right now. You can see all these fans that were excited to witness her being the fastest woman to run the mile.
Yep, the clock didn't say 3:59, but what it does say is that the dream is closer than it's ever been because of her.